ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणि प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, welcome to all of you for today's session. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto, chapter number 9, and we'll begin from here, from first sloka onwards. In yesterday's class, we discussed the ending part of 8th chapter. Then some things like us to be. Instead of serving ordinary man, insignificant man, for sake of money, so giving her love, insignificant man, who is very temporary. His love is temporary. He is temporary. Better to love with some pratipradam nityam. Even better to worship Lord. Lord is the best giver of love. And he has all opulences with the pradam. She realized this. Waiting for whole night. So almost all midnight she was looking for customer, that prostitute, Pingal, not able to get. The important point, we understood that Pingala able to get this kind of thought, better to worship Lord. This is because of she was able to serve Dattatreya. Yeah. Actually, the Brahmana whoever is teaching to Yadu is Dattatreya only. He only personally observed all these gurus and he's telling his personal experience. So he only so then she's telling one we are hearing that then one again and she invited him. So she asked him to stay there, to sleep there, to eat there, to drink there. She served him. Where he stood or stand, so that place also she cleaned. So because of this service, so Lord is pleased, and that's why she got such a not because of just by frustration, material frustration, one cannot become devotee. So to become devotee, there is a need of mercy of. So Lord, mercy of Lord should be there through devotee's mercy. It will not come directly. So in general, 99%, it will not come directly. It comes through the mercy of devotee only, Lord's mercy. So that they all become devotees. This is a point we discussed there. And Pingala story we finished finally. Almost all that chapter is over. Then today we are going to begin this ninth chapter. It is a very simple chapter. Remaining total almost all seven groups. Seven groups are there. So about them we are going to discuss remaining pending out of 24. That will finish this chapter. It's a very small chapter. Let us begin. ब्राह्मण उवाच परिग्रहो हि दुःखाय यत् यत् प्रियतमं नृणाम् अनन्तं सुखमाप्नोति तद्विद्वान् यस्त्वकिञ्चनः तद्विद्वान् यस्त्वकिञ्चनः. So translation. The saintly Brahmana said, everyone considers certain things within the material world to be most dear to him. And because of attachment to such things, one eventually becomes miserable. One who understands this gives up material possessiveness and attachment and thus achieves unlimited happiness. Yes, everyone has some kind of weakness actually, because of attachment to these material things. That itself is a weakness. Some people they have weakness for name and fame. Some people they have weakness so for money, for woman, for family, for relatives, for friends. Like this, people have various attachments. That is itself is a weakness actually. When we have some kind of attachment to the material things, that is like a twisting actually. It's a twisting. If anything happens to that, where we have attachment, something, if we are going to lose that, uh, something is going to happen that damage, then we get pain actually. So it is very dangerous actually for a sadhu. Attachment to this material world for anything. Like example, old man. If he has attachment for his family, we see this thing in third canto, 30th chapter. There we have seen a karmi jivatma. Jivatma, which does actions in Rajoguna. That means he is attached to the material results. He is so happy while getting married. After marriage with his young wife, he pursue a beautiful family. He works very hard for maintaining his family and to satisfy his wife and children. And he think that this is the life. Human life means this only. Earn money and satisfy wife. So by seeing the satisfaction in the eyes of wife, he get great satisfaction actually. My wife is happy now. Then after that, so he will be embraced. He's embracing her. Actually, this you can see same thing in the fifth canto, 13th chapter. Like bushes. So when we enter into the bushes, bushes are just surrounding whole body like that. Woman also embrace man and she will take rest. And man will become so happy. He feels that he is a protector. It's a great pleasure. And she will be speaking so sweet words. You are my protector. You are my savior. I can't leave you. I always serve you. I always so live with you. Such a words by hearing man will be enchanted actually. He get inspiration to do more and more work. And he work hard and he wants to hear these words daily, a regular base. In due course of time, he is going to get a small baby. Now he is enchanted by the baby's words. That baby started saying, calling him as father. So like that, such a broken words by hearing, he'll be getting a lot of pleasure. So this whole material world is running on this principle actually. It is a sex institution. It's based upon sex. So then, because of sex only, or for the gratifying sex, he got a woman, and from that sex, he got another baby. And now he is enchanted by that baby's words. So, like this, he will be working hard in the society by doing business, by doing working hard. Some further, he has to fight with so many other people like him. They're also family men. They're also so there is a big competition actually. Big competition in every area because everyone wants to collect more money for their family and for their children. And they want to make them very happy, and by seeing their happiness in their eyes, then he will be getting happiness. And for that, he will be cheating like anything. So there is a big fight. Any business, if you take or any activity, there is a competition, lot of competition. And by hook or crook, he try to collect some money every month, at least this many lakhs of rupees, and make wife and children happy. It's a strong attachment, this is a very strong attachment. Then after sometimes he may get failed actually, and he will bring money by borrowing somewhere else, and he tries to repay, but he can't. And whole day and night, he was not able to show his face to his money lenders, and he will be feeling very bad and so negative. And sometimes he go away from his family also and stay separately somewhere where this money, so who gave money to him, so that he will escape from them. Uh, his face, his body, everything will become so black because there is no happiness, and that's why there is no glow on the face. Because of everything is what? For attachment, for wife, for opposite sex is a very dangerous thing actually. And whole attachment begins from there only. So from there, spiritual life will be ruined actually. Even grihasthas, if they have strong attachment for family, instead of if they don't do their duties, their whatever the activities in their family life, just as a duty. But instead of that, if they have strong attachment, such a person, he cannot peacefully think about what is reality, what is Krishna consciousness, what is the goal of the life. These things he cannot think. So that's why there should not be any attachment. And finally, what will happen? He will become very old. And he did a lot of struggle to bring up his children. And when they grew up, they don't care for him. They don't give any respect. Because this person became very old and his senses and his mind, his body, everything is now incapable. But still he has a lot of attachment to involve in every issue, every matter of the family. And but young generation, they don't want to involve him. Then he'll be getting a lot of pain because he's always sidelined actually. He's sidelined and he was neglected. And due course of time, his body is getting dwindled, degraded. And everyone keep on saying that what you gave for me. Even he did a lot for his family members. They never show any gratitude for that. Everyone will complain even after getting so many things. They say that you didn't give or you didn't provide this. That's why my life gone like this. They all keep on blaming him. At the time before getting marriage and when the proposal came, what he was thinking, now what is happening at the end of the story, if you see, if you compare, it's a completely a illusion actually. Family, wife, children, all these are all simply a illusion. No pleasure is there. It's a miserable. It's a miserable situation. The end of the day, his body is completely digested, is about to finish. All his now 9 holes are filled with the mucus, not able to speak, not able to see, not able to hear, and but he want to do everything. So family members are surrounded, waiting for when he will leave, and they want to so distribute or share the property. So he was initially before also neglected like a old bull. How it is neglected like that, he'll be neglected. Nobody cares. Even any good things they bring, his son, and he will give to whom? He will give to his son, not to his father. Nice and eatables. Because he think that what is the need to give this old man? If I give to my young children, they will become very strong and nice. So let me give all fruits to them. What is the need to give this old man these fruits? So even if one gets such a rejection, he will never get good intelligence like Pingala. Only those who got mercy from pure devotee. So from his mercy, Lord's mercy also flows. Such a jiva, such a fortunate jiva, only able to so turn towards the Lord and they are able to intensify their bhakti. They are only able to intensify their bhakti. Otherwise, they will be rotten in that home. Even they will be having a lot of attachment. Even they spit on their face, they remove it and they're thinking that, oh, anyway, this is my grandson only, no problem. Oh, my son only is scolding now. What is there? He is my son. Because of his attachment to his son and grandsons and so and so, even there is a great insult, then he will never feel any bad for that. Because there is severe attachment. See the condition of the soul. Actually, truly speaking, soul doesn't have any kind of relationship with these all these kind of temporary things. Son, grandson, great grandson, relatives, village, family, nothing. It doesn't have any relationship with any of these. All are temporarily just claimed actually. Ahankara vimudatma kartahamiti manyate. Out of so false ego, we are just claiming. So actions done by Prakriti as by own activities and get trapped actually. Life is ruined actually. Jivatma is conditioned again. So then what is the solution actually? So only the main problem is attachment for the all these things. One who understands this gives up material possessiveness, attachment, and thus achieves unlimited happiness. What do they have to do? They should leave that attachment and possessiveness. One might be feeling initially so painful, and your material mind may say so many things. Oh, these are all young. Oh, these are all people. If I am not there, these people cannot live nicely. Oh, that will be the core principle. Actually, you have so much attachment, and you'll cover with that with the bhakti. Oh, if I stay in the house, even my grandsons also may chant one time, may hear. So, because his mind is a dual minded actually. He has material attachment and also he want to progress little bit in bhakti. Then he uses devotional reason to cover his material attachment actually. And we find the so-called reasons and we try to hide our material attachment with the name of so-called bhakti actually. They are not strong in following the injunctions of the Shastra. And they like the speakers who speak very lightly. Whoever speak very lightly, they like them so much. But whoever speaks some little bit strong, which is going to break their attachment, then they feel bad actually. They don't like them. Oh, this person is speaking so strong. They say like that. But fact is fact. We should not cheat ourselves. We should not cheat. It's a cheating own self. So one should understand clearly Lord is saying he doesn't want to see the space in your heart for other than him, anyone. In your heart, Lord wants to stay alone. Alone means he and his pure devotees, that's all. If you give space in your heart other than this, he will never happy with that. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Mam ekam sharanam vraja. थोड़ा प्रेम भगवान को भी बांटूंगा, थोड़ा पोता नाती को भी बांटूंगा, नहीं चलता है। थोड़ा पत्नी को लिए भी बांटूंगा, नहीं चलता है। जो भी करना है ड्यूटी वाइज, एज पर ड्यूटी यू डू, दैट्स ऑल। नो अटैचमेंट and don't cover that attachment with the name of so-called so, so superficial devotional words. So dig your heart and see, is there any attachment? Then leave that attachment. Then thus achieves unlimited happiness. One will achieve unlimited happiness. One will become so avyabhichari sevaka. Mam chayu avyabhicharena. Vyabhichari seva doesn't want Lord actually. He doesn't want us to become a Vyabhichari sevak. Prostitute service he doesn't want. Prostitution type of service he doesn't want. He wants a chaste service. He wants only, yes. So we should become a chaste towards him. So giving love for here and there is a kind of prostitution. He doesn't like. Because Jivatma, whole and soul, constitutional is meant for service of Lord only, nothing else. Nothing else. So that's why it doesn't mean that we don't have any compassion for the others. we have compassion. So we want everyone to become like that, servant of the Lord. So not for material pampering or material way, so we love them. We provide all material facilities and we want to give all good facilities. We are also hankering for Varnashrama Dharma. We want to implement. What is the reason? Only to facilitate them to become a better servant. As soon as possible, they should become a avyabhichari servant. So with that intention only we want to give all kinds of help. Otherwise, no business here. So next. Samisham kururam jagno balino ye niramisha tadamisham parityajya sasukham samavindata sasukham samavindata. Can anyone read?
Once a group of large hawks who were unable to find any prey attacked another weaker hawk who was holding some meat. At that time, being in danger of his life, the hawk gave up his meat and experienced actual happiness.
So big birds actually, vultures and like that. A powerful vulture, if it finds a meat piece in the mouth of a weak hawk, what it will do? It will immediately attack on that. So on weak hawk. And it tries to grab that meat piece, a piece of meat. But if weaker one is not ready to give, then it has to lose his life. It will be killed by that large hawk. So that's why what it do? Immediately it give up that piece of meat. Then it will become so peaceful. So this is a lesson. From this, hawk also we learn. Once a group of large hawks were unable to find any prey attack another weaker hawk who has holding some meat, at the time being in danger of his life. The hawk gave up his meat and experienced actual happiness. Similarly, wherever we have attachment, leave that. Like especially when they become old, practically we can see in our life, in our family's house. As much as we see, of course, we're also becoming old. Even the parents, they used to get a lot of attachment for land, for house, for money, for bank balance. Because of that attachment, they meditate 24 hours on that. Oh, this land is being encroached by that neighbor. Oh, that property is not safe. Because of attachment, what? If is there any threat? So they don't think that what maximum, maybe 1 or 2 decimals they encroach. It may take some 20,000, 50,000. But for that, they don't remember that their life is now about to finish. It's now already 70 years. We don't know how many years we live. But still he wants to fight for that and get the things accurately. But what is there here? So here the main lesson is if he get detached from that, then there is a peace in the mind and then he can chant nicely. But otherwise, if we keep on because of attachment, if you start fighting, what will happen actually? His time and energy is lost. Already he's old. He cannot properly walk, he cannot properly sit, and he cannot properly do anything, but still he wants to fight. This attachment. And Mrityu Devata is just opened the mouth and it is just ready to swallow him. But he's not seeing that. He's dragged towards the mouth of the death, but still never care for that. And while meditating on that only, he will live his life, and then next life he will be getting there only. Is it all? So here you may think, oh, they are doing adharma. So, but if we don't fight, what is going to happen? So dharma should win. But if you became already old, now you are about to die, and now you are thinking for dharma and adharma, what is right and what is wrong. Here now, that compared to dharma, dharma, so this spiritual science is more important. Now, what you have to focus? Dharma should be protected by a young generation. You leave that, and they will take care. You have to focus on for your death, you should focus on your death preparation. One should prepare for death. So, one may, even young people, one they may fight for that, but without any attachment. This is a fact, and it should be happening like this, but it is not happening. So he will try for that, but there is no 24 constant meditation on that. And it is not going to occupy the space in the complete space in the heart. No. If someone have attachment, then what will happen? Towards which he has attachment, if little damage also happens to that, then he will think whole day and night. Even he will not get proper sleep. That's very dangerous. One should do their duty. If it happens, happens, not happens, not happens. But focus is what? So that by following duty, he'll be in the mode of goodness. Yes, whatever I should do, I did. But he has to aspire to become what? Manmanabho madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. He should be aspiring to become full Krishna consciousness. He should be getting the complete surrender towards the Lord. That should be the aspiration. Because by using dharma, you can just keep the things in this material world into the mode of goodness, that's all. Dharma, by protecting material dharma, goodness is maintained, that's all. But being an individual, you will do your duty, that's all. But being you part and parcel of the Lord, constitutionally Jivatma is meant to only the one job, that is service of the Lord, then in that case, it should not forget this and serving the Lord. That should be the highest priority, and that should be keep on happening. That should be keep on happening. That means serving the Lord 24 hours should be happening. Externally, he may do, being in the body, so many activities based upon dharma. But everywhere, nowhere attachment is allowed actually for the material things. Arjuna was also asked actually to fight. With attachment, he was asked to fight. No. Karmanyevadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. Ma karma phala heturbhu mato sangostva karmani. Without attachment for the result, and also without thinking that I am the doer of this karma, I am the cause of this karma. Without having that opinion, that kind of opinion, also one should work. So that what will happen? By that, he will be in the mode of goodness. So that means it's just such a condition. So he's seeing that everything is happening through the body. Prakrute kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha. So Prakriti's gunas are doing everything. I am different from this Prakriti. I am soul and is a pure. So no matter whatever happens to the body, let it. But as per duty, whatever I should do, I will do. As per duty, whatever I should do, I will do, but I will not get affected. Means he is coming to the platform of individual soul. And being in that state, he can easily connect himself with the Lord. And what he has to do? He has to do Shravanam Kirtanam. Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam. That should be done all the time. So then his life is successful. Otherwise, identifying himself as just a some so-called, I am the owner of this land and this is my land and I should get it back. With that only you feel with out of attachment for the land, and if you fight, keep on as a land owner, that is a upadhi. No. Attachment will give the designation, material designation. He cannot separate himself from that material designation. He cannot see himself as soul and on top of that, servant of the Krishna's, pure servant. Then there will be hampering actually. There will be no bhakti. So in this material, what we can do, everything will be like this only. We do to maintain goodness or dharma. But end of the day, nobody is going to take. Nothing is going to taken out from here with us. All the land, property, jewelry, stones, precious stones, money, wealth, everything will be on this earth only. Mother Earth keeping everything with her. So, attachment for establishing dharma also should not be a stumbling block for to become a pure devotee. Yes, Arjun Prabhu.
Bro, just a quick question here that attachment for some, like in our Krishna consciousness, we hear that we have to die on the battlefield preaching. So, so this is a one of the concepts of all the Krishna conscious devotee. Ultimately, at the fag end of their life, they want to uh, do service of the Lord and He is their spiritual master. So our goal is not to establish dharma like social or material dharma, but spiritual dharma. So you are meaning to say that even that had to be given up.
Here I am saying Varnashrama Dharma. So, dharma means material dharma is Varnashrama Dharma. So, as a servant, we are serving the instructions of Guru. So, and we want to become Krishna conscious 24 hours. That is the purpose why Guru is engaging in the various service as per our capacity, as per our Shraddha level. He engages. Ultimately, we should become 24 hours Krishna conscious. So, here the main point is we should become vigilant enough to what we are doing. Vigilant enough means whether our consciousness is evolving as per the scriptures given by various acharyas, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad and Srila Prabhupada also is writing the commentaries and purports on those same in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So ultimately, our preaching and everything should make us 24 hours Krishna conscious. Hmm? But while doing preaching activities, we do several direct and indirect devotional activities. So with the mood of service, we keep on do that. So ultimately, our consciousness is always in Krishna consciousness, and so that we can keep on continuing our So bhajan sadhana should happen internally. Internally. And these preaching activities, so definitely helpful for developing such a consciousness. So now we are traveling in a bus and distributing books and traveling bus and repairing bus whenever it is troubling, and we keep on. So traveling village by village, meetings people. Why we do all this? So we want to please Krishna and we want to become Krishna conscious all the time. We don't want to get any kind of another designations. I'm a best bus driver, or otherwise I'm a best bookseller. And get that designation and title, and so I'm great. So such a anarthas, bhakti anarthas. So we should not fall victim of that. Those anarthas has to be taken care. One may with what mood he is serving actually. Someone is preaching and taking class. So if he is thinking that I can get good name and fame and I can become a best person and everyone should respect me and everyone so like me should like me. So with that mood he is taking class or is preaching. That means his bhakti is not growing upward direction. These are all branches of the bhakti lata. This name, fame, pratishtha, and all and so and so. Our preaching activities are motivated by what? This name, fame, money, and so and so, which are nothing but the side branches. Then we go horizontally growing, not the vertically. Vertically, if you grow, it will reach that Bhakti Lata to the Golok Vrindavan and it will touch the lotus feet of the Lord. But horizontally, it will grow. What will happen? Our name, fame will be spreaded on this earth as a best so and so speaker, but ultimate purpose is not solved. So that's why one should be vigilant enough. So even Varnashram Dharma, we want to establish, there should not be any attachment actually. Ultimately, end of the day, so service and surrender mode should be there. So we are doing our activities. So because Lord and Acharyas are ordained, and we do as our capacity, given capacity. But ultimately, we want to become Krishna conscious. Means what? Become servant of the Lord. That consciousness should be matured, actually, should be ripened. And that feeling should be there. We endeavor and we may get or may not get result or anything. And like this, so developing such a consciousness is more important. While doing that, to the anarthas, whatever come, that should not be entertained. And one should be vigilant enough to check that bhakti anarthas. Preaching activities are not should not be motivated by such a things. There should be pure intention. And that preaching activities can be done for lifelong. Even it is a direct devotion or non-direct devotion. But ultimately what? Are we becoming 24 hours Krishna conscious or not? With the servant mood we are doing or not? Or we are stuck in the some upadhis there. So then there is a problem if we are stuck in. That should be out. Even one can be till the end, he can be in the Varnashrama system also. Externally. Internally, one should develop so service mood and also develop Raganuga Bhakti. The way gopis they serve Krishna. Such a mood has to be developed to go back to Golok Vrindavan. And externally, he may just speaking about this is a Brahmana Dharma, this is Kshatriya Dharma. But internally, he has to. So know the what is his real identity. So then, and even Raganu Bhakti while doing, he'll be doing this Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti also. Doing Varnashrama, following or speaking about that. And also he might be speaking about Vaidhi Bhakti. But actually, inside what kind of Bhakti should be cultivated? Raganu Sadhana Bhakti. And that should be turned into the Ragatmika. That is success. So it's a various levels actually. And but there is no attachment for anything. Only there is attachment for what? For becoming a servant like Vrajavasis. He has only attachment for this, not for anything else. Okay. Any question? Incited by the modes of nature, birds become violent and kill other birds to eat them, to steal meat captured by them. Hawks, vultures, and eagles are in this category. However, one should give up the envious propensity to commit violence against others and should take to Krishna consciousness, whereby one sees every living entity as equal to oneself. So, Kanishta Adhikari, as per our diagram also, if you see, those who are here, they are all Kanishtas actually. Who didn't develop the Drashraddha, they are in the they are Kanishta Bhaktas. After developing Drashraddha, from there to Sadhu Sangha to Bhava, they are in the Madhyama. They are considered as Madhyama Bhaktas. As per the so Navayogendra's definitions, the second chapter. And we are in the Prema Bhakti, there is the Uttama Bhakta. He is the Uttama Bhakta. So Kanishta Bhaktas also, they should be compassionate towards the living entities. There should not be any enviousness. That is a stumbling block actually. Having enviousness towards other living entities, that means you are not able to see the Paramatma, not able to have the concept that Paramatma is there in that living entity. So he is able to see Lord in only in the deities and not nowhere else. But Lord is everywhere and everything. He is spreading. Whoever is able to get Drashraddha, getting Drashraddha means he is conceptually see Krishna everywhere. That is also one of the symptom of Drashraddha. So then what will happen? Each and every activity while doing, he is able to remember Krishna. And he is able to, that's why he will become qualified to do sadhana bhakti 24 hours. The meaning of Drashraddha is what? Conceptually, one should get that Krishna is there everywhere. That's why he should study Shastra very deeply, especially Srishti Leelas. How wonderfully Lord is creating. By just one glance, all these 23 elements, and then after that, manifestation of the universes, and in every universe is entering, and so 14 planetary system is created. Finally, Brahmaji is giving for every living entity various bodies from the beginning, from 5 kinds of avidyas. He is giving the trees body, reptiles body, animals body. So Rakshasa, Yaksha, Sura, Asura, Kinnera, Kimpurusha, Bhuta, Preta, Pisachi. Like this, various kinds of bodies he is giving. So all this deep understanding will be making him to remember Krishna always. Deep understanding. And he is able to see conceptually Krishna everywhere. So that is the meaning of Drashraddha. Drashraddha is like that. You can see in the Bhakti Sandarbha, it is explained. What is the shape of Drashraddha? So then what will happen? So then whatever he does, activities, he is very close to Krishna actually. Not a much endeavor he has to do to remember Krishna. Because he saw that every creation is happening by him only. So understanding the term Drashraddha itself is a turning point actually in our devotional life. It's a very important point. This we'll discuss some extent actually in 20th chapter when we read the same canto. At that time we'll discuss some extent. Third sloka. Before that, so enviousness should not be there. Envious propensity to commit violence against others and should take to Krishna consciousness, whereby one sees every living entity as equal to oneself. So that's the Udara Bhedam should not be there. My hunger is hunger and others' hunger is not hunger. That means he is very far from Krishna consciousness. That other's body, Krishna is residing actually. That also should be maintained. And all these species are created by the Lord. So all these things, if we deeply try to meditate, by this what will happen? Our heart will become so soft actually. Now really we are not meditating on the various instructions given in Srimad Bhagavatam and not trying to implement practically. And that's why so much enviousness because of not having the conception of Paramatma is existing everywhere. And the whole creation is done by the Lord. And it is a Lord's energy. And these are the elements are playing actually. And these are the five kinds of ignorances created by Brahmaji. And these are all distributed to all these jivas and they are interacting. And this is the soul role and this is the role of the Prakriti. So such a deep understanding and group of such a deeply understood people, that atmosphere is very important actually. Then what will happen? Then interactions and things will become so smooth actually. Then the progress is also very high. But now what will happen? You are surrounded by the so envious people, and then to handle that, one fall down from the higher platform. But one there is no need to fall down. One should just be aloof from that effect and handle that as per the dharma. One can do, but he is now immediately influenced by that because he is also not strong in his Krishna consciousness. Then by seeing the opposite person's enviousness, immediately he will also fall down and fight like that. That is the group of Kanishtas. Always quarrel and fight. And there is a big problem actually. As much as society increases with the Kanishtas and surrounded with the Kanishtas, then they will be envious actually. Because they don't see Lord everywhere. And that will create the enviousness, and then fighting. Yes, Prabhu, Samarpan Prabhu.
regarding this envy proof, I remember reading Srila Prabhupada saying that actually Varnashrama society is a society without envy, actually, where people are engaged according to their natures, etc. So I was just trying to confirm with you. Prabhupada uses this terminology. I'm just searching. Society.
Varnashrama Prabhu, can you speak loudly?
Hare Krishna. Yeah. So what I remember reading was that Prabhupada says actually this society where Krishna serving Krishna is at center, but they are divided according to the natures, guna and karma. Then that is actually society without envy. Like
Yes,
that.
yes.
Something.
Everyone centered. See, even in our society, every human being want equality among the people and also want appreciation for their merits. Both principles can be served. Capitalist, they are only serving the merit people. Capitalism concept is serving the merit people. And communism principles are serving only equality. There is no encouragement for the merit. But if you see Varnashrama Dharma, it is serving both. Spiritually, we are all equal. And materially, we are different. And there is a higher and lower. So, Sattva whoever is in that, more, then they will be given more respect. Of course, everyone as a human being respected, but apart from that, they get the more importance. So, like this is the best system in that way. So, no doubt. And apart from that, so every bhakta also should develop that this kind of consciousness. What is existing everywhere? That's why Kapila Bhagavan is recommending those who are not entered into the pure devotion. That means Drashraddha they didn't get. They should develop Drashraddha. The symptom of Drashraddha is seeing everywhere Krishna. Seeing everywhere means conceptually. That is Vasudeva Sarvamiti. This. Then that will remove the enviousness. That will remove the enviousness. That kind of atmosphere has created. One person is a little bit enduring, but others are all not in that kind of approach, then he will also drag down. That is our problem now. Because now that spirit and that kind of things are not discussed again and again from our Shastra. Prabhupada, why he introduced morning program and Bhagavatam study and all this? Because every day we take up the principles from Bhagavatam and we rigorously from the whole life, from the day one. So keep on remembering and trying to bring that action, philosophy into the actions. And such a group of people surrounded with that kind of highly conscious people, progress is very easy actually. So that's a deep study and deeply preaching and educating the people is very important. Boil the milk means what? We want devotee care, we want so many things. But how we can create the devotee care actually? Bring that. It is founded on what principle actually? Devotee care is founded on the principle of. So all the people should able to conceptually see Krishna is everything and everywhere. That is how it will be coming when they deeply understand Bhagavatam, study how this creation is happening, how these things are happening, different species. Then they deeply meditate and understand that, act on that, then they are able to see conceptually Krishna everywhere, and then that will reduce the enviousness. Then automatically that will bring the care. Because we think that our pain is only pain and others' pain is not pain. That is gone now. Others' pain is also pain. So, like my pain only. Okay, next. न मे मानस्तो न चिंता गेहपुत्रिणम् आत्मक्रीड आत्मरति विचरामिह बालवत् विचरामिह बालवत्. Now the child, baby. In family life, the parents are always in anxiety about their home, children, and reputation. But I have nothing to do with these things. I don't worry at all about any family and I don't care about honor and dishonor. I enjoy only the life of the soul and I find love on the spiritual platform. Thus I wander the earth like a child. In a family, parents they always thinking how to bring money and so that family can run smoothly. Oh, this month we have no sufficient money, but how to run, what to do? Maybe this month there will be heavy rains. Then our structure may get damaged. Then what to do? All these things, parents they think. But what about child? Child is completely detached. Detached means he doesn't know about the whatever the things should happen and what is happening. He's innocent. From him also we should learn. And he is very happy. He is always in the protection of his parents. Devotee also actually should develop such a dependency on the Lord and become peaceful like a baby. A child is so peaceful and happy. So that is the Krishna consciousness. That's why every single point in Srimad Bhagavatam is very important. From the creation to various leelas Lord did for protection of his devotees. That will hold, that deep understanding of Bhagavatam will hold us, our consciousness. Again and again, one should read the purports. Again and again, one should read. So Acharya's commentaries, not with the conception of whether I know or not know, with the conception of what? So it is my life and soul, and I should develop this consciousness. Generally, we think that after reading, if that came to know, then you say that it is over. I know this. Knowing is different, actually. So knowing new information is different from Bhagavad is not just a object of knowing, it is also is a set of instructions to be practiced. Known facts and known things has to be retained and to be executed actually. Because our body and our life is a laboratory to implement the principles explained in Bhagavatam. So we keep on applying those. And so that end result is the full Krishna consciousness and complete surrender to the Lord. Test case will come to test our surrender. Lord will take that privilege. He will keep on sending some troubles and then he will be checking. अभी भी मजबूत है या नहीं इसका श्रद्धा इसका विश्वास और केवल बोलते हैं क्लास में नहीं तो करते भी हैं ऐसा भी चेक करते हैं एक्चुअली चेक करके देखते हैं what is his dependency on him. So that's why we should be always ready to be checked for test. That's very important. When really situation comes, how we see, based upon dharma angle, you see that incident. Based upon morality, you will be seeing that thing. Based upon the pure devotion level, you are seeing. Or you are seeing based upon pure devotional level, but you are handling based upon dharma or morality. Where you are sold out actually. Where your consciousness is stuck. That you have to know. So we should be always in Krishna consciousness, and we see that incident in a way what? So what is right and wrong? And also have the clear understanding about the right and wrong is based upon material. Right and wrong, I am saying relatively. So that is the having the what value and what are the values of devotion. Everything should be properly set in our consciousness. Such a right consciousness should be developed in the individuals to successfully and efficiently handle the situation in every minute of our life. So that is known as Krishna consciousness actually. That's why we should be very deeply should understand the facts which are explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So otherwise we'll do so many mistakes and lead to the offenses. Often lead to the ignorance. And ignorance definitely will lead to, like if you don't know traffic rules, that's ignorance. Then definitely you'll be committing offense towards the traffic rules. Same thing will happen. So it's our it's a life science book, Bhagavatam, and the points has to be discussed all the time and refine the understanding. And that is possible by sitting and hearing from more and more elevated devotees. When we should hear from them and refine consciousness and try to become offenseless heart so that one can easily please holy name and Bhakti Devi. Because initially knowing and retaining, then after that acting on that, on every moment of the life, every moment, every second of our life is the practice actually. That is our practice. Not that we reset ourselves to our natural so-called materialistic personality, whatever personality is formed because of previous karma. We should not stuck there actually. If we stuck there, then we speak through mouth Krishna conscious words and we act as per our nature developed from previous samskaras, which still are not washed away because of we didn't do strong bhakti, strong sadhana. Then it's very neophyte stage. This is we are not discouraging, but a lot to progress. So this boy is so peaceful actually because he has no attachment for anything. And claiming of I am the person should do. He's a dependent, and that's why he's happy. Similarly, here this Avadhuta Brahmana saying, I roam like a child. I wander the earth like a child. Of course, we are not instructed to become Avadhutas. No. We should develop such a consciousness internally, but we should follow right and wrong. We are sannyasis means we should be acting like sannyas, not like Avadhuta. Oh, no problem, woman is touching me. I have no internally Avadhuta consciousness, he never discriminate anything. But no, we should have consciousness like Avadhuta, but we should act like Varna and Ashrama and devotional Vaidhi Bhakti. After crossing this Drashadha, we are responsible to externally act as member of Varnashrama Dharma for others' sake, and also after crossing the stage of Ruchi, one should still practice Vaidhi Bhakti to show example, but internally should be practicing Raganuga Bhakti. These one more duty is added actually. Here, Varnashrama is he himself identifying with that Varna. He is acting Varnashrama duties, he is doing his Varnashrama duties for his own sake. But after coming to Drashadha, he is not prescribed to do his duties, but still he does for others' sake. But he do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. After coming to the Ruchi, he doesn't need to do Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, but still he does to set an example, but he will practice Raganu Sadhana Bhakti. And he may act outwardly as a member of Varnashrama society. So we have to understand what is our constitution and what is we are acting for setting example. So for what purpose we are doing that? For setting an example or for say that we should understand. This clarity we get when we understand the full path of this bhakti process. That should be clearly understood. That's why one should study Srimad Bhagavatam very thoroughly. Next. Dvavev chintaya muktau paramananda aplutau yo vimukto jado balo yo gunebhyah param gatah yo gunebhyah param gatah. In this world, two types of people are free from all anxiety and merged in great happiness. One who is a retarded and childish fool, and one who has approached the Supreme, who is beyond the three modes of material nature. In this world, two types of people free from all anxiety. Who are those? One is fool and another is so who success in bhakti, who beyond the three modes of nature, who approach the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Dvau chintaya muktau. Two people are free from chinta, anxiety. Aplutau. Yaha vimugdaha jadaha. Vimugdo jado balo yo gunebhyaha param gatha. So who became perfect in bhakti? They are also free from anxiety. Or otherwise, they are those who became perfect by the jnana process. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kankshati. That means only there are two or three processes. Jnana Yoga, pure Bhakti Yoga, Karmarpana, Karmis. Those who come to the stage of Brahman realization, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma na sochati na kankshati. Those who came to the stage of the Prema Bhakti, they see everywhere their Ishta form in the hearts of every living entity. And they keep on paying obeisances, and they are always in the various stages of the Prema, Sometimes in the samadhi, kvachit rudati, kvachit hasanti, kvachit so nrityati, like this. Sometimes he dance, sometimes he cries, sometimes he shout, sometimes he laugh, sometimes he just get fainted. And he is free from all anxiety. Here, a mature person, top person here. These two are considered as spiritual. And another is what? Spiritual means you should take two in spiritual also. And another is a Jadamuka, someone who is very ignorant person. He also doesn't have any anxiety. Who is a fool, childish fool. Like that. One is foolish, and another is fully spiritual. Fully spiritual is also two types. Who became perfect through Gnana Yoga or who became perfect through Bhakti Yoga. Those who fervently seek material sense gratification are gradually pushed down into the miserable condition of life. Because as soon as one even slightly violates the laws of nature, one must suffer sinful reactions. Thus, even materially alert and ambitious persons are constantly, one second, ambitious persons are constantly in anxiety. Atyahar prayasascha prajalpo niyamagrah. If one have the very great ambitions, such a people, such a persons, they got anxiety. So, ambitions that will create anxiety. And from time to time, they are plunged into great misery. More ambitions, more pain. Material ambitions, these are all not spiritual. Spiritual ambitions will give the spiritual pain, no problem. That is. Those who are nonsensical and retarded, however, live in a fool's paradise. And those who have surrendered to Lord Krishna are filled with transcendental bliss. Completely, who is a fool is also okay. He is having no anxiety. And those who fully surrender to Krishna are otherwise advanced in the spiritual. They also. Because full surrender should happen in both cases, even in the left or right. Here also, Gnana Yogi also, finally he should Mam Chayo Avyabhicharena Bhakti Yogena. He take exclusive shelter of Bhakti, then only he will be out from the Vidya and finally he is in Brahmabhuta stage. Brahmabhuta Prasannatma. Otherwise, he is also having the anxiety whether I can get Brahman realization or not. I can get Brahman realization or not. But he will get Brahman realization when he come out from the samatitya yetan trigunan brahma bhuyaya kalpyate. He should come out from the vidya also, jnana also. That when it is possible, so when he take exclusive shelter of bhakti, then only it is possible. So when he take the exclusive shelter of bhakti, then he will cross the three modes, even Sattva also he will cross. Then he will be in the Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpa, the Brahman stage. Then na sochati na kankshati will happen. So that's why until unless if you don't surrender to Lord, you will not be peaceful actually. Either here, in the ending they are surrendering. In the bhakti process, in the beginning they should surrender. They should surrender beginning only. then they can do pure devotion. In the Jnana Yoga process, ending they should surrender ultimately. So here it is written then. Therefore, both the fool and the devotee may be said to be peaceful in the sense that they are free from the ordinary anxiety of materially ambitious person. However, it doesn't mean that the devotee and the retarded fool are on the same platform. This doesn't mean that devotee and the retarded fool, of course. A fool species like that of a dead stone, whereas a devotee satisfaction is based on perfect knowledge. Fifth shloka. क्वचित् कुमारी त्वमात्मानं वृणाना गृहमागता स्वयं अर्हया सा क्वापि यातेषु बन्धुषु क्वापि यातेषु बन्धुषु. Once a marriageable young girl was alone in her house because her parents and relatives had gone that day to another place. At that time, a few men arrived at the house, specifically desiring to marry her. She received them with all hospitality. Her parents are not there. People came to see her. So, from the opposite party, boys' side, people came to see her. But unfortunately, parents were not there. This only young girl was there. This is another episode actually. Another guru, young girl's case is also one of the learning case. We are going to learn from this. This is beginning here. Kumaryaha Shikshitamaha, lesson from unmarried girl. So next, so she was alone. People came. Then what happened? Tesham abyatraharatham शालीन रहसि पार्थिवा अवग्नन्त्या प्रकोष्ठस्तास् चक्रु शंखा खनम शंका स्वनम महास्वर. Actually, in her house, there were no rice actually. No rice. Paddy is there, but rice is not there. Now she has to husk that rice, that paddy to get rice. Husking. In villages also, our childhood we can see, they used to use this musala. Musal parva. In the 11th canto ending, we are going to see. And also, yes, in the beginning also you might have seen these Brahmanas, they gave curse, they will die because he kept musala inside and acted as samba, as a pregnant, and she teased Brahmanas. They gave curse. So musala, it's a rod, wooden thing. So used to husk the paddy so that we can get rice. So she is going to do that now because she has to serve them. But also she is very much shyful because those should not come to know that, oh, in the people house there is no rice also. That is also shame actually. Because they came for match. So she has to maintain some respect and prestige. so that opposite party should not think so cheap about these people. Once a marriage, so the girl went to a private place and began to make preparation so that the unexpected male guests could eat. As she was beating the rice, the conch shell bracelets on her arms were colliding and making a loud noise. While asking, she'll be having bangles. So conch shell bracelets. These bangles are many are there. While doing like this, so they are sounding actually. From that, easily one can understand. Oh, they don't have rice, and now she is doing everything. Then what she's thinking, but she doesn't want them to know all of these things. So for that, what she did. So these bangles are the problem creators. They are creating the sound. Then सातज्जुगुप्सितं मत्वा महती व्रीडिता तथा बभञ्जकैकशः शङ्कान् द्वौ द्वौ पाण्योरशेषयत् द्वौ द्वौ पाण्योरशेषयत्. The young girl feared that the men would consider her family to be poor because their daughter was busily engaged in menial task, task of husking rice. That is also another reason. They don't have sufficient rice all the time, and also they only do themselves. So, so low class family. So they may think like that. Men. She was thinking. Being very intelligent, the shy girl broke the shell bracelets from her arms, leaving just two on each wrist, to this side, to another side, on one hand. Then, उभयोरप्यभूद्घोषो ह्यवग्नन्त्या स्म शङ्खयो तत्राप्येकं निरभिददेकस्मात् न भवध्वनिः तत्राप्येकं निरभिदे एकस्मात् न भवध्वनिः एकस्मात् न भवध्वनिः. Thereafter, the young girl continued to husk the rice. The two bracelets on each wrist continued to collide and make noise. Therefore, she took one bracelet off each arm, and with only one left on each wrist, there was no more noise. She removed one from each hand, and then there is only one bracelet on this, one bangle on one hand. So that's why now there is no noise. From this, we should learn. What we should learn? Let us see. Anvasikshmimam tasya upadeshamarindama lokancharaneta lokatattva vivitsaya lokatattva vivitsaya. O subduer of the enemy, I travel throughout the surface of the earth, learning constantly about the nature of this world. And thus, I personally witnessed the lesson from the young girl. The Brahmana sage here explained to King Yadu that he is not presenting theoretical knowledge. No, it is a practical knowledge. He personally observed. Rather, by wandering throughout the world, the observant and thoughtful Brahmana has personally experienced the lessons learned from all of the above mentioned gurus. Thus, instead of posing himself to be omniscient like God, he humbly explains that he has faithfully learned his lessons in his travel. 10th. वासे बहूनां कलह भवेत् वार्ता द्वयोरपि एक एव चरेत् तस्मात् कुमार्य इव कङ्कणः कुमार्य इव कङ्कणः. When many people live together in one place, there will be undoubtedly be quarreling. And even if only two people live together, there will be a frivolous conversation and disagreement. Therefore, to avoid conflict, one should live alone. And we learn from the example of the baselets of the young girl. This is the point here. Wherever there is a two, there will be disagreement, opinion differences. This is the way material world is created actually. Everyone's nature is different from others. So that's why opinions also different based upon the material nature formed by the karma. So then what he has to do? Devotees also should not stay together. So here this is for the whom actually is saying this is for Jnana yogis. Jnana yogis, they have difficulty in staying together. Jnana yogis, left side people. This side people, these practitioners, they has to stay alone. They has to stay alone. And here people they stay together because still they are not qualified to live karma. So that's why they has to contribute something in that society, and also they should accept contribution from others. Like being a weaver, I weave the clothes, and others also I need the house, then others will construct house for me. And I also need food, and then others will produce food. Some other one will produce food. In this way, in this system, Varnashrama system, cooperation is achieved because of there is a need on bodily platform. But if you see this and this side, people are sarvopadi vinirmuktam this side. They are out from the bodily needs or bodily designations. And these people also, they are out from the, so karma, they left over the karma. They left over karma and they are practicing only karma sannyasa, they did. And they are simply practicing gnana sadhanas. They are also out of the bodily designations. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Karma, they don't do. These people also and these people also. So then how, and these practitioners, Gnani practitioners, their goal is what? So conceptually, they try to see oneness everywhere. So for that, they use different Upanishad statements. Upanishad statements, they use Abheda Vakyas to see oneness among or between the Lord and creation, Lord and Jiva to creation. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. They want to achieve that oneness. For that, they don't want to see that Nanatvam. Nanatvam means difference. They don't want to see any difference. Differenceness. So for that, what is the proof for them? There is no difference between these elements. There is no difference between the Supreme Lord and Supreme Truth and the Jiva. There is no difference between the Prakriti and the Lord. There is no difference between Prakriti and Jiva. Upanishad statements. And they will take up the Aveda statements and they try to speculate on that. So if they stay together with the another speculator, then they will be fighting. They'll be fighting. So that's why at one stage they are recommended that stay alone. Otherwise, there will be quarrel because they are doing the mental speculation. So that is nothing but practicing of Vidya. Then there is a problem for them. They should stay alone. But what about this side people? This side people also, they came out from the bodily designations. Sarvopadya Nirmuktam Tatparayam Nirmalatvam. But what? They are, whether they should stay together or alone. They should stay together. They want noise actually. Noise should be there. This side example is what? A girl decorated with the bangles. A queen. So who got married to a princess, married to a prince. She'll be decorated with the bangles. And this bangle sound is so much attractive for that prince who married her. And that sound is not annoying. And she doesn't need to cover that sound. But a girl who is very poor and who is not married, and now people came her house to see her, then she has to, such a poor girl has to cover noise so that those people who came to see her will not come to know she is poor. But here, right side, so is compared with what? Now that girl is not poor girl. That girl is princess, is a rich girl. And she is also married. To describe left side sadhaka, for left side sadhakas, who is giving the lesson? From whom they will get lesson? They will get lesson from a poor girl actually. Poor girl. She will keep only one bangle on each hand. But we get lesson from whom? We get lesson from a rich girl, princess, who married to a prince. And she is decorating with a lot of bangles, and those bangles are making so soothing sound. It is very attractive to that prince. So similarly here, what we should do? We should be together. Like bangles, many are there. Like that, devotees also should be stay together, and everyone what they do, they keep on glorifying. Satam prasangat mama virya samvido bhavanti hrutkarna rasayana katha tajjoshanadashu apavargavartmani shraddharatir bhaktiranukramishati satam prasangat mama virya samvido. These devotees, Satam means devotees. These all devotees, they came together and keep on discussing glories of so children's pastimes of the Lord, and they relish that. So all bangles are together and making noise. That is example. That is pleasing to the prince. Similarly, here all bangles means all sadhu should together and make the glorification. So that will be very pleasing to Lord. That example is not for us actually. That poor girl bangle, one bangle example. For us is rich girl, princess with many baggage. We should learn lesson from her. If one bangle she wears, so any sound and any pleasing, soothing effect for her husband, no. औरत का जो भी है क्या बोलते बैंगल्स चूड़ियां ऐसा ऐसा ऊपर नीचे करने से हाथ जो साउंड आता है वो अच्छा लगता है पति को. So devotees, what they do? For these people, they do mental speculation and two people together and they fight each other. But here, what we do? No mental speculation. Here we do sharing of various pastimes. So, tushyanti ramanti cha parasparam bodhayanti. They keep on discussing. They will make one as a speaker and all other will become listeners. Yes, Maharaj ji, अभी आपका बारी, आप बोलिए भगवान के बारे में, हम सब सुनेंगे. Or then he will make another one and remaining all will be sitting and hearing. Like this. Everyone is trying to beautifully describe Lord and his pastimes with the varieties of devotional moods and feelings. All are in the spectrum of Siddhanta. These moods and explanations should not cross out the realm of the Bhakti principles. Then that will be apastruti actually. That will be very annoying actually. And very difficult to hear and relish. Our discussions, our glorification about the Lord and devotee should not go against the principles of Bhakti. Then they are very annoying and very difficult to hear, displeasing to the heart. So we should be careful about that. And here there will be no fighting actually. But on top of that, they encourage each other. You speak, we hear, you speak. And in between, they add something wonderful things. And like this, it will go so nicely. So staying alone is not solution for bhakta sadhakas. For gnani sadhakas, alone is recommended. But people who are not in fully surrender stage, that's a sadhu sangha means what? Snigdha. Similar kind of, and also sadhus, these are all with this similar kind of sadhus. All Rupanugas are sitting together. These Vaishnavas are not going to sit in the another Vaishnavas who are aspiring for the Aishwarya Bhava. All the devotees who are aspiring for the Madhurya, Ujjvala Rasa. The aspirants of Ujjvala Rasas will be sitting together and aspirants of Aishwarya Rasa sitting together. That crowd is different and this crowd is different. We should also maintain crowd. Proper crowd we should sit. You should not sit in a inappropriate crowd and you should not make fighting action, noise there. No. We should associate with the similar kind of sadhus. And relish Bhagavatam, the glorious pastimes. Bravanti tat karna rasayana. So, but who are neophytes? Still not in the platform of who did come out from the bodily designations, then those people will fight because of the immaturity. because of immaturity, they fight. That's why these people who surrendered, that means they are pure devotees. Out of compassion, they go and give mercy on them, actually. They try to become qualified to sit in this goshti, in the goshti of, in the goshti of Madhyama Bhaktas. They, out of compassion, they try to lift their Shraddha and get the proper consciousness about the Krishna. But neophytes, that's why they follow to not to go that fighting extreme, they follow dharma also. There, the dharma is a protector actually. So, but in due course of time, they should know that dharma is only related to the body. But a real thing is Jiver Suruper Hoy Krishner Nityadas. That the understanding they will get when they get association of pure devotees. That means people from here all are pure devotees. When they get association of that, these people will be understanding, yes. And gradually that will be out. Our ghosts in every temple, the power level should be increased. Power level of what? Of the understanding the devotion. Deeply they should understand. So this is the real solution actually. The real solution. You can see the same thing what I explained here. So same thing I discussed already. I covered from the purport. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has commented on this verse as follows. The young girl in the story kept only one bracelet on each wrist so that there would be no noisy conflict among the bracelets. Similarly, one should give up the association of those who are not devoted to the Supreme Lord. This is the actual lesson to be learned. These are another lessons can be. One should not associate with the non-devotee. A real Vaishnava is always pure and faultless in character. However, in those places where non-devotees congregates, there will be undoubtedly be envious criticism of devotional service of the Lord. Yeah, non-devotee is very dangerous. Neophytes also they fight. Neophytes also they fight. But their fighting is in different level. These people fighting is in different level. So that's why we should Janasangascha Laulincha Shadbir Bhaktir Vinishyati. One should leave Janasanga. And what is the next step? One should raise the bar of the Kanishtas in understanding the or in evolving their consciousness. Therefore, one should remain in those places where the Supreme Lord is properly worshipped according to the Vedic standards. So that's why one should remain in what? In the Sajatiya Snigdha Bhaktas. Sajatiya Snigdha Bhaktas. And also that means we should be in a similar crowd. That is also very important. One should therefore avoid the association of those who are inimical to devotional service, otherwise, we will be frustrated. Next. Okay, we'll be. Acha, there will be no break today. No problem. Like that. I don't need any break anyway. So there is no break.
Prabhuji, you can give some break, Prabhuji.
You want?
No, because devotees may not say right now, but at least because 3 hours continuous class.
Okay,
10
we'll
minutes
give
break we can have.
10 minutes break. So 6:54, 5:54, 4:54. We'll come back by 5:05.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Welcome back to second part of this session. So now we'll continue 11 sloka onwards of this chapter. Mana ekatra sayujya jitasvaso jitasana vairagyabhyasayogena driyamamatandrita driyamamatandrita. Translation: having perfected the yoga sitting postures and conquered the breathing process, one should make the mind steady by detachment and the regulated practice of yoga. Thus, one should carefully fix the mind on the single goal of yoga practice. So, this is Yoga Misra, Bhakti Misra Ashtanga Yoga. This is for whom? This is for not for pure devotees. Chittaikagrim Sharakarat Shikshitam. Focusing of the mind is learned from the targeted arrow. From targeted arrow, so the picture, you will be targeting arrow to a single point. Similarly, mind should be targeted towards a single point. Bhakti Misra Ashtanga Yoga Dharana. See. So this is for the Bhakti Misra Ashtanga Yoga practice. Ashtanga Yoga practitioners, this is not for the pure devotees. So Srila Viswanath Chakravarti is giving Bhakti Misra Ashtanga Yoga Yukta Dharana Bhyasena. So, but in the Kali Yuga, this Ashtanga Yoga is not so easy actually. So, Prabhupada writes in several purports, only Bhakti Yoga is very easy and possible, that is Sankirtan Yajna. So, Sankirtan, chanting holy names, is the best method. Next sloka, we go to the next sloka. 12th. यस्मिन्मनोलब्धपदं यतेत शनैर्मुञ्चति कर्मरेणून् सत्त्वेन वृद्धेन रजस्तमश्च विधूय निर्वाणमुपेत्य निधन्दनम् विधूय निर्वाणमुपेत्य निधनम्. Sorry. The mind can be controlled when it is fixed on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Having achieved a stable situation, the mind becomes free from polluted desires to execute material activities. Thus, as the mode of goodness increases in strength, one can completely give up the modes of passion and ignorance. And gradually, one transcends even the material mode of goodness. When the mind is freed from the fuel of modes of nature, the fire of material existence is extinguished. Then one achieves the transcendental platform of direct relationship with object of his meditation, the Supreme Lord. Initially, what it is that in the Ashtanga Yoga process, what they do? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. By using these 8 types of limbs, first of all, they will control their food, yamas and niyamas they follow, so that they maintain their physical body so flexible and they can easily sit. That's a asana. Then after that, they do breathing exercises, pratyahara, so that senses and mind are purified, and that so controlled senses, pratyahara, when we control the life air, so then senses will be in control. When senses are in control, then mind also will be getting controlled. That controlled mind is focused, that is known as on one object, that is known as dharana. So then in the dharana, so that's the mind is focused on the Lord in general. And then after that in the dhyana, mind is focused on particular limb of that total form of the Lord. Even it is more difficult. So, and finally, samadhi one can get. This is Ashtanga Yoga process actually, the natural Ashtanga Yoga process. There, they come out from the various modes, so one after another, by practicing these limbs, yama, nima, asana, pranayama, and so on and so. But in the case of devotees, it's not like that. शृण्वतां स्वकथां कृष्णः पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तनः हृद्यन्तस्तो ह्यभद्राणि विधुनोति सुहृत्सताम्. But in the case of devotees, there is no process of yama, nima, asana, pranayama, so and so. We maintain our body in a healthy way. We always keep on hearing Krishna Katha. So Krishna Katha one will hear are Krishna's holy names. Hrudyantasto Hyabhadrani. All the dirty things in the heart will be purified. And then Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kama Lobha Dayaschayi Chetayetairana Viddam Stitam Sattve Prasidati. Then whole, so mind, body, all are engaged in the service of the Lord. Those will be transformed actually, transformed into rajas and tamas of those, in those elements, those bodily elements is removed, all will get transcendentalized. This is the way Bhakti process works. But this is whatever he is saying, this is for the Ashtanga Yoga process. We'll read the purport. The interaction of the three modes of nature creates great obstacles in one's path of spiritual advancement. And there is a danger that one may be thrown down into the darkness of ignorance. Those who are experienced in practical psychology know the dangers of uncontrolled mind and constantly endeavoring to bring the mind under control. Our goal is what? Not controlling mind. Initially, maybe we use few controlling techniques of mind when we are not in a fully surrender state. We take help of other process, Ashtanga Yoga process and Jnana Yoga process. But our main focus is what? Understanding the reality. Everything is created by the Lord, and He is everywhere, and His energy this is. And we are insignificant. Just try to become His person. Try to surrender to Him fully. So this is the main process actually. Here, surrender is main principle actually, but not the maintaining individuality and without surrender, just trying to control something. This is not our process. Those who experience in practical psychology know the dangers of uncontrolled mind and constantly endeavor to bring the mind under control. If one can free oneself from the influence of material modes of passion and ignorance, then life becomes very auspicious. Controlling the mind and thereby freeing oneself from the influence of material modes of nature is the mainly only means of making controlling the mind, and thereby freeing oneself from the influence of the material modes of nature is the only means of making actual progress in life. This reducing rajas and tamas and doing various activities to reduce rajas and tamas and to increase goodness. So, this kind of mentality we maintain in which stage? In the neophyte stage, when karmi get the association of a devotee, and now because of that association, we are aspiring pure devotion, but we are not in pure devotion. In that stage, that means Dayavarnashrama, in this region, we try to reduce the rajas and tamas, influence of rajas and tamas, and try to keep our consciousness most of the times in the goodness, so that we are very close to remember the instructions or bhakti principles, whatever we study from sadhus, pure devotees, easily remember and easily so recall and practice and meditate on those things easily. Goal is what? Full surrender. There we take the help of goodness in the beginning stages. One may take the help of Ashtanga Yoga, Gnana Yoga, and those. But goal of those is what? Those yogas only to so maintain goodness, and but finally we want to develop full faith on the law. That is the way actually. There's a system it. But once if we surrender to the Lord, then such a person is always engaged in service of the Lord. That consciousness is service consciousness, not to bothering about goodness, action of ignorance. For his sake, he will never do that. He may do that for others' sake. The word Ismin in this verse, according to the Sridhar Swami, indicates Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the reservoir of all pleasure. Giving up material propensities of the mind doesn't mean merging into the impersonal existence, such as that experienced in dreamless sleep. Next. Any questions or anything? Today, many are calm actually. I don't know what happened. Everyone is following or hard time is it? Is it hard time or it's fine? Fine.
Yes.
Yeah. Also, very less students.
Actually, when we change time, these things happen actually.
Better to keep the same time, because anyway, those who doesn't want to come, they will not come morning also.
Hmm.
We expect that full strength will come, na? That's why we shifted time, but still also same. So then, yeah. 13 sloka. तदैवमात्मान्यवरुद्धचित्तो न वेद किञ्चेत् बहिरन्तरं वा यथेषु कारो नृपतिं व्रजन्तिमिषौ गतात्मन ददर्श पार्शवे. 13 sloka. Thus, when one's consciousness is completely fixed on the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one no longer sees duality or internal or external reality. The example is given of the arrow maker who was so absorbed in making a straight arrow that he didn't even see or notice the king himself who was passing right next to him. It means the arrow shooter He is always seeing what? Only the target. He will never see this side or that side. Similarly, so that when mind is fully focused, then it is free from the dualities. It will never see either good or bad. Not seeing dualities and such a practice, who will do? This left side people. Initially, they do Nishkama Karma Yoga, and also Ashtanga Yoga also comes this side only. Sankhya Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Jnana Yoga, everything is left side only. Devadwara also, Ashtanga also is one of the limb of the Jnana. You can take it as the so inside of the Jnana only. You can see that in Sankarpas also. So these people, what they do, they try to stop seeing dualities. That practice they begin with Nishkam Karma Yoga. In Nishkam Karma Yoga also they do their duty as per their Varna, but they stop seeing the dualities. While doing their duty, they get pleasure and pain, but they stop seeing that. That means they tolerate that. Even after getting the result, it may be the profit or loss, it may be the win or loss, but they don't want to see that. Stop seeing dualities means they don't react for that. Stop seeing means they don't react for that. That means what they are doing, they are resoluted consciousness towards something. They are targeting consciousness towards what? Towards Brahman. Once they successful completion of Nishkam Karma Yoga, they enter into Jnana Yoga. There is also initially they try to maintain goodness, and at point of time they will stop maintaining goodness also. They want to come out from all good and bad, and so that seeing good and bad they stop it. Then for them everything looks like one. That is known as Brahman. That one is nothing but Brahman. It's a very hard process. So if they use the even Ashtanga Yoga techniques, they purify their mind by the Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyaha. This is also another technique, which is also part of Jnana Yoga only. There also they purify their mind with various techniques. Then after that, they focus that mind on the form of the Lord. And after that, they withdraw that mind from the Lord also, then finally that mind is disappeared. Like a wig actually, it will be burning till the time there is a fuel. When there is a fuel is over, then that fire will be burning that wig also, then nothing will be there. Similarly, initially mind is dwelling in the sense objects. It is removed from there by following the Yama Niyama Asana, and that mind is engaged in seeing the form of the Lord. After some time, now you stop seeing the form of the Lord also. You are not engaging that mind to see the Lord also. Then what will happen? Mind is disappeared. Like wig is disappeared, like mind is disappeared. Finished. That's the way. They get liberation. So very difficult process, not an easy thing.
Prabhuji,
Ah,
just one thing I wanted to ask that
ah.
how those who take to Gyan Sadhana without meditating on Paramatma, how they go to Nirakara Brahman?
So what they do in the Ashtanga Yoga, there are various ways are there, where they are meditating on the Paramatma. Then after that, they withdraw their attention from Paramatma to that purified and focused mind. They put that mind on Nirguna Brahma, which is also existing in the heart, in the Hridaya Kasha. In Hridaya Kasha, what is there? Brahman is there. That means Brahman is also object without qualities and also without shape, anything. So somehow or other, they take out mind from the Paramatma, meditating on Paramatma, and bring that to mind to meditate on Brahman. That means they they make their mind to not to see anything. Meditating on Brahman means what? No qualities, nothing. They bring that kind of shape in their mind. And it's a very difficult process. And somehow they do little bhakti because of the mercy of that bhakti. Since they are hankering for such a Brahman relation, then Bhakti Devi awards. How she awards, how this Brahman relation looks, nobody can describe. She awards, but that means Ashtanga Yoga they are doing. There. So meditating on Paramatma and they are withdrawing from there and they are meditating on the Brahman. And then finally they are merging into Brahman. This will come actually in the next coming chapters.
No, no, no. I am asking without going to Ashtanga Yoga, directly achieving Brahman.
That is also possible. So that's why this Ashtanga, this left side process is a Gnana, which is having the several paths in this. How they do? Nirvikalpa, Nirbheda Gnanapan. By studying the Upanishads from the Tattvadarshi Guru, by the strength of the Upanishad statements, they try to cultivate knowledge. Such a way they speculate. All these nanatvam differences are not real. They are all temporary. So they see behind this manyness, oneness. And now they see only oneness. Like our devotee, who is Uttama, Prema Bhakti, he see Paramatma in everywhere. Even in a pole, he'll be seeing Paramatma. Even in a stone. Similarly, they see behind everything only Sat feature. Everything is having Satta or not. Plants, trees, everything. Only that they see. Then for them, everything looks like one. It's very difficult. For that, what they use? They use the knowledge. Sarvam kalvidam brahma. Neha nanasti kinchana. Like this. Tattvamasi. They cultivate knowledge. With the strength of that knowledge, they see. So, oneness behind everything. Sat behind it. That's a Chinmatra Satta. Brahman means what? Chinmatra Satta. It's only Satta, which is having almost all negligible, minute pleasure. Yes, Samarpana Prabhu.
Truly, this Jnana Yoga, fifth chapter Bhagavad Gita is telling that first they realize Atma and then they understand through three doers that Paramatma actually is the, no, those verses come in Bhagavad Gita. So they do understand and realize Paramatma and they may not meditate on him, but they surely understand the presence of Paramatma. That
Many things they use. It's not that it's a huge process. It's we are briefing actually
yes,
with this
but
strength.
Paramatma is involved. I'm saying that Paramatma only is asking. That's what I heard. Means processes can be many, surely,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
presence without presence of Paramatma and realization that of oneness. What is that one? That is Paramatma only. No?
That one is Satta.
Means yeah, Satta. The Chinmatra Satta is clear. That is
That is only that.
that's the
They don't see
definition.
Paramatma. Paramatma realizing people are another type of yogis.
But Bhagavad Gita fifth chapter, what it is telling them?
Yeah, they see Paramatma and then they leave their attention from there also.
Yes, that is. But
That is
Paramatma
also
realization is there, na?
that
Realization, I'm saying.
that's a kind of Paramatma relation is different. If they have bhakti as a prominent, See this Ashtanga Yoga with Bhakti, Ashtanga Yoga, a little Bhakti but more Gnana. Then it is Ashtanga Yoga with a little Bhakti, more Gnana. Then it is used as just a Gnana tool. But Ashtanga Yoga is fully, that means Yoga Mr. Bhakti. If they do, then they go Salokya Mukti.
Chalukya also, yeah.
That is
Bhakti,
different.
Bhakti
So
will
see the tool, how it is used, where it is, which is prominent there. That is also very important. So Ashtanga Yoga means not, Ashtanga Yogas are not same. Even one can use Bhakti Yoga to practice, realize Brahman also. So example is Kaivalya Kama Gnana Misra Bhaktaha. They are desiring Kaivalya and they are doing Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, all these very rigorously with the support of Gnana. For what purpose? Realizing Brahman. And for
Kaivalya.
them, Bhakti is Pradhana. But since Bhakti is Pradhana, can you say they are all pure devotees? No.
Aspiration is Kaivalya.
Yeah, aspiration is Kaivalya. And how they are seeing Bhakti? Bhakti they are seeing as a tool, not as a sadhya. As a sadhana they are seeing. So like that, Ashtanga Yoga, with dominated Bhakti, is going to give Paramatma realization. Ashtanga Yoga with dominated by, that means Ashtanga Yoga with major Gnana, then that is used for realizing Brahman. So like, that's why these people also at certain point they realize Paramatma and they cross that actually. Cross that and they don't want to see Paramatma. They want to see Brahman. That will come in the coming chapters.
Yes, so that most unfortunate yogi, our Kapil Muni speaks about this yogi. No?
That is old, but even not one
Like
is rejecting Paramatma, another is
Iskcon
diverting.
Badisham, yeah.
Diverting to the Brahman. Another also is there.
Hmm.
There are also two different are there, different yogis. Yeah,
Actually, yeah.
we should not take these things in a generalized way. No, Ashtanga yoga with what? That means yoga Mr. Bhakti. This that kind of Ashtanga yoga you are speaking, or otherwise Gnana Misra, Yoga Misra Gnana you are speaking. We have to see that. So based upon that, then we can say what they realize.
I recently read also at
Yeah.
one place in Bhagavad Gita, Viswachar Thakur writing that this Brahman realization can be attained even without Paramatma, seeing Paramatma. Even without seeing Paramatma, one can merge into Brahman.
Yeah.
So he writes at one point actually.
That's possible by techniques of studying the Upanishads and those. They see the Satness, Sat, existence, Satta. Oneness they
Pro-
maintain. Yeah.
Prabhuji,
Nanatvam they stop. Yeah.
Prabhuji, one thing, Prabhupada says these jnanis means when they want to attain the perfection. I am talking through now Ashtanga Yoga. So first they meditate upon Ahangropasanam, means themselves as God. Hmm. Then they go to the Virat form till Dharana stage, they purify their heart, and then they go to the Paramatma. Is it correct?
Ahangaropasana I didn't see actually. I don't know. So when heart is not purified, they try to meditate on Paramatma. But if
Virat
they
Roop, Virat Roop.
no, first they try to do as per second canto first chapter. So they try to Chaturbhuja form of the Lord. They try to meditate on that. But when the dhyana stage, if they are not able to fix their mind on limb by limb of Paramatma meditation, if they are not able to do, that means they are generally in, see, taking mind anywhere of the body of the Paramatma is ordinary meditation. That is known as dharana. But now if you become more expert, you should able to fix your mind even greater amount of time in one limb only lotus feet, only thighs, only on the navel. Like that, you should be able to keep everywhere for any amount of time. That is known as dhyana. If one failed there, that means his mind is not fully purified. then he has to take up the Virat Rupa meditation to purify that mind. By that, what impurities only will stop, are not allowed to do limb by limb meditation. So then what they should do, they meditate on Virat so that they understand that everything is in the body of Virat, and then that kind of understanding, that kind of meditation will purify their attachment for the material things. Because everything is under Virat only. Then that purified mind is utilized to now, then they see the Antaryami of the Virat, that is Garbhodak Sai Vishnu. On him they meditate, or otherwise they will come back once again to the four-handed form and they so fix on that, on limb by limb. There are the two ways there.
So
Virat
you are
meditation.
you are saying they begin with Paramatma, and when they are not able to fix up, they again go to Virat. But they
Like
don't
that,
begin with Virat. They don't begin with Virat, huh?
not begin with Virat. Initially they want to go directly. When they struck, then they will come back to the Virat.
And where
Even
is
some,
this? Huh. Yes,
it's
please.
like Prabhu, it's like the practitioner. One may suggest in the beginning also what kind of sadhu they meet. So because in our case, Sukadev Goswami is explaining like this. First you meditate on the 400 form, and if you're not able to fix, then come to the Virat and then go back again. He said like that. It's not that Virat only directly cannot be done. One may, Guru may tell that instead of going to the 400 form directly, do Virat and then meditate on 400. Can be possible, not a problem. Many of varieties of the schools is possible there also. Yogi schools, many
Prabhuji,
are.
this Ahangropasana Prabhupada mentions also. This also has a Vedic process he mentions.
Nagra
To
Upasana is not a really a bhakti actually. That will lead to the Salokya Sarupya Muktis. So meditating, thinking himself as Lord. So generally, that is also another kind of school. And then after that, you also see the different types of schools, Angroha Pasakas and Bhagavad Gita. What are those? Ek, Ekatvena, Bahutvena, Bahurupatvena, Ekatvena, Vishwarupa,
Vishwatomukham.
Vishwato. These are also different kinds of worshippers. So, Ekatva means this Ahangroha Pasana. And Bahutva means seeing that means Ishtadeva, that means Vishnu in Surya. They don't see Surya as Surya, but that Vishnu only is Surya. Bahurupa Upasaka. Veshwatomukha, all the demigods, everything is inside existing in the Lord. Many are there, many Upasakas. Those are all minors. Main process is only three: Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Karma Yoga. ये सभी छोटा छोटा नालियां हैं, वो अलग अलग होता है, उसका अलग अलग रिजल्ट रहता है. Those are all considered either here or there. Okay.
You just mentioned this Bahupasana, seeing Vishnu as a sun god.
Seeing Vishnu in sun also. Yeah.
So,
Vishnu
so
eva Esha Surya. That's not demigod upasana. Demigod upasana is what? Surya is only the supreme personality of Godhead. Then they will go to the Devrata Devan, Surya Loka Deva. But there is no Vishnu, and that Vishnu is nothing but this Surya. That Vishnu only this Surya. That's why we see in the Shastra, sometimes they are worshipping Surya and they are going to the Vaikuntha. What is the reason? They they are seeing Vishnu in Surya. That's why they are able to go to the Vaikuntha. Even they are worshippers of Surya. So that kind of differences will be there. Even in Purana, somewhere it is mentioned. Every day, if they give Argyam to the Surya, then you will go to Vaikuntha. What it means? They are seeing Vishnu there. Like that, in other demigods also one can see. Even one can worship Lord Chandra. Okay. Either God, Ganesha or something, but seeing they Vishnu, then they go to Vaikuntha.
Prabhuji, just in this regard only, as you have said, so can they also expect some material benefit? Even though they are seeing the Vishnu in that, but they expect material benefits?
Even liberation
Mean-
also. Three are possible. Sakama, Kaivalya Kama, Bhakti Matraka. If they are seeing Vishnu and they are desiring the liberation, then they go to the Salokya Mukti. If they have Sakama, see, those are all tools. That's why I said yesterday also. Sakama Karma Mishra Bhakti means Bhakti they are doing main, and that's a tool for them. And karma is mixed, or karma's help is taken for doing that bhakti, then that is known as karma Mishra Bhakti. But why they are doing that bhakti? That can be the three reasons. It is for material benefit, then that is Sakama Karma Mishra Bhakti. If that bhakti is done for liberation, then that is Kaivalya Kama Karma Mishra Bhakti. If that bhakti is done for pleasing Lord only, then Bhakti Matra Kama Karma Mishra Bhakti. So we should not mix sadhana and desire. One can do karma Mishra Bhakti and desiring for pleasing Krishna only. Bhakti Matra Kama. Clearly, similarly, these three are possible. Why they are worshipping their Vishnu? For material benefits. Then that is Sakama. Then they will be getting the material things. They will never go back to the Vaikuntha. Because desiring material things, material pleasure, they will be here only. But they are seeing Vishnu and worshipping Vishnu in the Surya, but with the point of coming out from material pleasures. No, I don't want. And then and also they don't want to serve because there is no Bhakti Matra Kama. So they go to the Vaikuntha and they get the Vaikuntha pleasure. But Bhakti Matra Kama, if they are desiring Bhakti to please Vishnu, so they are worshipping Vishnu in Surya, then they go and get the service there. Like that. We should segregate and see what is the desire and what is the tool. We cannot say defaultly like that. Yeah. We will take questions little later. Let us finish the 13th sloka. Is already read. So when one's consciousness is completely fixed on the absolute truth, the Supreme Personality of Godhead one no longer sees duality. This is that. Left side one. Go to next sloka 14. एकचर्यानिकेतस्यात् अप्रमत्तो गुहाशयः अलक्ष्यमाण आचार्यै मुनिरिकोल्पभाषणः. A saintly person should remain alone and constantly travel without any fixed residence. Being alert, he should remain secluded and should act in such a way that he is not recognized or noticed by others. Moving without companions, he should not speak more than required. The previous narration concerning the shell bracelets of young girl demonstrate that even saintly persons engaged in ordinary yoga process should remain alone to avoid conflict or disturbance. This is for whom? This is for not for the Krishna conscious devotees. Here we see our engagement in material existence is the cause of our unhappiness. Such engagements destroy the real purpose of our life, Krishna consciousness. Somehow or other, one must give up the deep rooted attachment to material society, friendship, and love. One must practice detachment, and by surrender to the principles of Krishna consciousness, one's auspicious life will begin. By surrendering, by full surrender, our bhakti begins. By organizing one's life according to the Varnashrama system, one can take first step in self-realization. That's why beginning. Varnashrama is beginning. But what is the goal of practicing Varnashrama? Full surrender and entering into pure devotion. In other words, one should accept an honest occupation and regulate his sex life in beginning, either by giving up it, either giving it up entirely as brahmachari or sannyasi, or by living as a married householder. Here regulation is there. Beginning there is regulation, finally we should leave everything. Here regulation, then here complete leaving the things. Here regulated. Material desires are regulated here. Here is what? Anyabhilashita sunyam. Drushabda means what? He is becoming eligible to practice sadhana, Suddha sadhana bhakti. Means what? Anyabhilasha sunyam should be there. This is Anyabhilasha sunyam stage. This is a regulated abhilasha. Abhilashas are, desires are regulated here. And karmis, that's why when they get the association of devotee, initially their desires are regulated and then after that finished. Like that, the process. Not immediately you say that now you are pure devotee after getting some association. No. Those are all not right understanding. Okay. The attachment to material society, friendship, and love are based upon. Okay, next sloka will go a little bit speed बढ़ाएंगे. गृहारम्भोति दुःखाय विफलाश्च ध्रुवात्मना सर्पः परकृतं वेश्म प्रविश्य सुखमेधते. When a person living in a temporary material body tries to construct a happy home, the result is fruitless and miserable. The snake, however, enters a home that has been built by others and prospers happily. Now the snake, learning lesson from snake. The snake doesn't have the proclivity to build his own home, but rather lives in a suitable place constructed by other creatures. That he doesn't entangle himself in the labor of home building. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura points out that although materialistic persons take unlimited pains to invent and mass produce electricity, automobile, airplanes, etc., ultimately these things are meant for convenience of the Vaishnavas who are preaching Krishna consciousness. They should use it. But we are not going to manufacture. We don't be giving our time and energy to manufacture. If they manufacture and give it, then we use it. Otherwise, we'll be under the tree with bullock cart. So we will be traveling in a bullock cart. If they are not going to do that, if they do, we use. But we don't want to do. We don't want to manufacture and we don't want to contribute. Like that. That is our principle. Our stand is like that. The karmis will always go to such a trouble, and the devotees will always offer such a laborious productions to the Supreme Personality of Godhead by engaging them in his a loving service. And end of the day, our mood is what is said to even to live under tree also. But for sake of preaching, we use all the facilities to reach the people. But what is our goal? To live under tree only. That's why we increase the community under tree. That means simple living people we increase, communities we build. And also parallelly we use technology to preach them and to bring them also to the simple life. Because that is only sustainable. We don't want to keep devotees on such a fragile environment. Technology and these things, technology and all these things are very fragile. Anytime anything can happen. We don't want to keep devotees in such a unsafe situations. But we use those for sake of preaching. So on the other hand, there is no need for the devotees to artificially imitate the austere lifestyle of ancient times. A devotee's goal is simply to serve. So that's why we use such a better situations to do more Krishna consciousness, more practice. More practice is possible in a more goodness environment. That's a very simple understanding. Initially, we may think gadgets and these things are very useful, but they are all also becoming the hampering. They are hampering our devotional sadhana. So that's why, as per Gita, last 6 chapters, what is mode of goodness, from where it comes? So that we should be properly understanding. We should not say that technology will help my bhakti. Technology will definitely practicing of bhakti, it will be useful for preaching, but for the in a mass scale, for a community, if you say them to dependent on that, so which is manufactured by someone and handled by someone, and our people are depending on that, that is not safe situation. So if it is collapsed, our devotee is also finished. That's why we should be careful. Sustainable and stable society is agrarian based, cow based society only. We should bring everyone to there only. एको नारायणो देव पूर्वसृष्टं स्वमायया संहृत्य कलया कल्पान्त इदमीश्वरः. The Lord of the universe, Narayana, is the worshipable God of all living entities. Without extraneous assistance, the Lord creates this universe by his own potency. And at the time of annihilation, the Lord destroys the universe through his personal expansions of time and withdraws all of cosmos, including all the conditioned living entities within himself. Thus, his unlimited self is the shelter and reservoir of all of potencies. The subtle pradhana, the basis of all cosmic manifestation, is conserved within the Lord and is in this way not different from him. In the aftermath of annihilation, the Lord stands alone. Everything coming from Lord and manifesting in the form of this material world. And once again, it is dissolving and finishing entering into the Lord back. And Lord is only alone. Initially, before creation, he is alone. And after annihilation also, he is alone. Okay. Ekodvatiyo bhut एक एव द्वितीयो भूत आत्मधारुखिलाश्रयः कालेनात्मानुभावेन साम्यं नीतासु शक्तिषु सत्त्वादिषु आदिपुरुषः प्रधान पुरुषेश्वरः. 17. इसका नंबरिंग अभी तड़ा है. Okay. Yes. The Lord of the universe, Narayana, is worshipful God of all living entities. Without external assistance, the Lord creates the universe.
Wait, this is done already.
Done, na? Actually, we are reading. Okay, 17, 18 we read. Paravarana. Numbering is different now. इधर से ले लिए वो लोग. काले भावेन साम्यं नीतासु शक्तिषु सत्त्वादिष्वादि पुरुषः प्रधान पुरुषेश्वरः परावराणां परम आस्ते कैवल्य संगीता केवलानुभवानन्द संदोह निरुपाधिकः. इसको ठीक हो जाएगा तब. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead displays his own potencies in the form of time and guides his material potencies, such as the mode of goodness, into neutral condition of equilibrium, he remains as the supreme controller of the neutral state called Pradhana, as well as of the living entities. He is also the supreme worshipable object for all beings, including liberated souls, demigods, and ordinary conditioned souls. The Lord is eternally free from any material designation, and he constitutes the totality of spiritual bliss, which one experiences by seeing the Lord's spiritual form. The Lord thus exhibits the fullest meaning of the word liberation. Atmanubhavena swabhavarupena kalena. So how Lord is doing the creation and so on. So we are just seeing here. So his potency, his external potency is manifesting in the form of the material world, and his so Tarasya Shakti, which is nothing but jivas, they are occupying this. We'll go to the next and then we'll understand this finally. केवलात्मानुभावेन स्वमायां त्रिगुणात्मिकां संक्षोभयन् सृजत्यादौ तया सूत्रमरिन्दमा. So because Lord is alone and he bring out everything created and once again everything goes inside. For this example is given Urnanabi that we are going to get in the 21st sloka. So finally we'll reach there. So from Urnanabi, we can understand how Lord is alone. Urnanabi means spider. Spider is taking out everything, all the whatever the spider cobweb is there, web is there, that web is coming out from him, and once again it can take it inside. From this example of spider, we can learn how Lord is creating and so also annihilating everything inside. So that is going to be explained in the 21st sloka. So for that, before, so we are just seeing what Lord does. Okay, these slokas, that's why I'll go a little speed. O subduer of the enemies, at the time of creation, the personality of God expands his own transcendental potencies in the form of time and agitating his material energy, Maya, composed of three modes of material nature, he creates the Mahat Tattva. These are all we read as in the previous chapters. So I'm not explaining the creation of those things. Next. तामहस्त्रिगुण त्रिगुणव्यक्तिं सृजन्ति विश्वतोमुखम् यस्मिन् प्रोक्तमिदं विश्वं येन संसरते पुमा. Everywhere, what is the main point is everything coming from him and everything goes inside him. According to great sages, that which is the basis of the three modes of material nature and which manifests the variegated universe is called the Sutra or Mahatattva. Indeed, this universe is resting within that Mahatattva, and due to its potency, the living entities undergoes material existence. So they are all creating of all tattvas and getting the body for Jivatma, all and those explained here. They're next. Yathornanabhirhridayat Purnam Santatya Vaktratah Taya Vihrutya Dubhyasta Grasatyevam Maheshwaraha. This is the point actually. Just as from within himself the spider expands thread through his mouth, plays with it for some time, and eventually swallows it. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead expands his personal potency from within himself. Thus, the Lord displays the network of cosmic manifestation, utilizes it according to his purpose, and eventually withdraws it completely within himself. This is Urnanapi. Spider, we are learning lesson from spider actually. How Lord is doing creation. And he can maintain and also he can take everything. Urnanabi kridataha khyataha kita visheshaha urdaya udgatam vaktrataha vaktrena santatya. So this is the thing, how Lord does creation. He is understood through the activity of spider. Next. यत्र यत्र मनो देहि धारयेत् सकलं धिया स्नेहात् द्वेषात् भयाद् वापि याति तत्तत् स्वरूपताम् याति तत्तत् स्वरूपताम् sarupata. If out of love, hate, or fear, an embodied soul fixes his mind with intelligence and complete concentration upon a particular bodily form, he will certainly attain the form that he is meditating upon. Now, before what he said, one should fix mind like how the shooter of arrow. He is fixing his completely his focus on the target, and not seeing the other things. Similarly, a Ashtanga yogi should fix his mind on the form of the Lord, on the form of the Lord, and that mind should not be affected by any dualities. So now what he said, wherever we meditate, that we get, will become like that. So that's why Bhakti Mr. Yoga Mr. Bhaktas, they are devotees, they don't want, and they don't want to merge into the Kaivalya. They don't want to go into the Kaivalya Mukti. So, but they have Bhakti prominently and they are doing yoga and they don't want to go and merge into the Brahman. So, such a people, they are meditating on the Paramatma with, uh, that means they have no hatred. They don't want to reject Paramatma. Like people who want to go and merge into the Brahman realization, they at one stage, even they use Ashtanga Yoga as a tool, at one stage they will leave their attention from the Paramatma and they go to the Brahman. They don't meditate on Paramatma. But now here, these people are the Yogamestra Bhaktas. So that means they have, they don't reject the Paramatma form, what they are seeing in their heart. And also they are not interested in service to him. Then what? They will be going to the get same form like Vishnu. Sarupya Mukti they get. Sarupatam. Because they are meditating on that. But all Ashtangis get like that. Sarupya Mukti, no. Because some Ashtanga yogis, they are targeting Kaivalya Mukti, merging into the Brahman. So then they are withdrawing their focus of mind, their mind from Paramatma at some certain stage. So that's why they don't get Sarupya Mukti. But those who doesn't want to go get Kaivalya Mukti, and such a people who are meditating on Paramatma, since they are meditating like on Paramatma, they also get the Paramatma form. And we meditate on what? We will meditate on the Parshada Deha. We meditate on one of the Vrajavasis, so role we want to take. That on that role we are meditating. So that's why we get that. Our body will be transformed like that. Existing body only will be becoming like that. Like example, next sloka is coming. Like one, there is a, what is that? Wasp. What do you say? Wasp. Wasp, what it does? It will catches the innocent, some small insect, keep inside of his web, inside his house. We say that caterpillar. So it captures that and it will keep inside. And after that, what it does? It will keep on so biting on that. By fear of that wasp, so it is by meditating on that, it is becoming like that. That wasp, it also become like that. The same body is transformed like wasp body. Whatever thing one meditates, he'll get like that form. That's a Sarupya Mukti is coming. And we are meditating on, meditating means, so we are desiring. So to become a Parshada. That's why you get Parshad there. Our body will transform to Parshad there. There is no living of the body. But only Bhakti Maharani, to hide her glories, she will be showing that Siddha Bhaktas also leaving their body and so going. But actually, there is no point of leaving body. Like Dhruva Maharaj, how he went with the material body only transformed into spiritual body and he went directly. Like that, in everyone's case happens like that only. But externally we see that they are leaving there Bhautika Deha. So, but that is only drama, that is. Like Lord is also living body and going. So when shooter shooted a arrow, blood is coming and then he left body and he went. That is only just drama. Bhakti Maharani to hide our glory is, we see that Siddha Deha, Siddha Bhaktas also leaving their material body. Actually, what is the concept? Guru's body is also transcendental. It's not a physical body, that is transcendental body. So, but why we are seeing then physical body is here? That is only to hide Bhakti Maharani, her glory, she does like that. That's why you read this sloka. कीटपेशकृतं ध्यायन् कुट्यां तेन प्रवेशितः याति तत्सात्मतां राजन् पूर्वरूपा पूर्वरूपमसन्त्यजन् पूर्वरूपम् असन्त्यजन्. I'll take 1 second. 23. O king, once a wasp forced a weaker insect to enter his hive and kept him trapped there. In great fear, the weak insect constantly meditated upon his captor, and without giving up his body, he gradually achieved the same state of existence as the wasp. Thus, one achieves the state of existence according to one's constant concentration. So here, wasp is keeping seizing actually. See in his hive, then that insect, because of fear of this wasp, is becoming like wasp. That means it is always meditating, that insect on the wasp. Similarly here, wherever we meditate, that we shape we take. We meditate on the Parshad, so we'll get the Parshad. Yes, Prabhu. Arjaneshwar.
Prabhuji, like we have Raganuga Bhakti,
Yeah.
so we have different parsadas of the Lord. So those who want to become close to the Lord, like Lakshmi, so then like we have Sri Sampradaya, so they also might be meditating upon the like Lakshmi
Yes.
Seva. So now here we are learning the Paramatma. Through Paramatma we can go to till Sarupya Salokya.
Yes.
But if you want to serve, then they have to follow the particular this Vaishnava Marga.
Yes. Raganuga Bhakti. Yes. Parasramana Bhakti. Yes.
So for them will be Raganuga of Lakshmi and other Vaishnava.
For them, Raganuga is not there. That's Vaidi Bhakti. They do continue Vaidi.
Correct. Right. So what is that called?
Vaidi Bhakti, we call that. So that means they don't turn towards the, after Ruchi, they don't turn towards the Raganuga Bhakti. They continue Vaidi Sadhana Bhakti, then Vaidi Bhava they get. But their rasa is also only limited to Dasya and Dasya rasa. And also Lakshmis, they serve like Lakshmis, but they don't have any conjugal love, like having conjugal love with Vishnu. They serve, become Lakshmis to serve Lakshmi. Lakshmi Sahasrasata Sambrama Sevya Mahanai.
Prabhuji, Prabhupada writes a purport in 3.15, third canto, like the Lakshmis which are mentioned in that Sahasra. So he says they are not the Lakshmi, they are directly wives of the Lord, but they are the consorts of their devotees. He writes there in the Vaikuntha, and then he writes that means they were kissed by the Lord, and they were worshipping the Lord by offering tulsi in the reservoir of water. So there Prabhupada writes this thing. These are not the consorts of the Lord; they are the consorts of devotees actually.
There's a big town is there, big city. Vaikuntha is a city, big city. There is so many houses, and they live with their wives, and they travel in their vimanas. And when Lord is coming to gate number 7, so these people, they come and they offer to Lord various tulasis, chamaras, flowers, fruits, jewelry, and so on. So they have their own houses also. And but center is Vaikuntha, this Vishnu's house. But there is no, I'm not so deep into their details. Even Vaikuntha, you can find people who are not doing any service also. Just their Sarupya, Salokya, Samipya, Sarishti, Bhakti, they got, they also will be there. These servants also there. Servants also, they have the Dasarasa, the servants out there. And if you go to the Dwaraka, there, that is also Vaidi, but some extent Madhurya is also mixed. Vaidi more Madhurya, Vaidi with more Madhurya. Then, and targeting and also worshipping whom? So Krishna. Vaidi is not left over, then they will go to the, and if they do Madhurya Bhakti, Madhurya Rasa, then they will become the so wives of Krishna in Dwaraka. But Madhurya Bhakti, we want to get like gopis. Then we'll go to, we should do Rajani Bhakti.
Prabhuji, this only, when we define our Bhakti Annavilasita Sunyam, so we say that this is a Kevala Bhakti definition. But what is the definition for then Vaikuntha Bhakti? Is it not? It's not Kevala, we know that. But what is the definition? Are they not free from karma and jnana?
For Salukya Samipya, there is no need to free from that karma. So even if they practice Karma Misra Bhakti, but without Sakama and Kaivalya Kama, so just they have desire of getting the opulences like Vaikuntha. So not the material. Sakama means material opulence. Kaivalya means just entering into the, merging into the Brahman. That they don't have. But they want to enjoy pleasure like Vaikuntha. And they, till whole life, they are doing Karma Misra Bhakti. That means they are doing karma also. And also this karma is not Sakaitava. There is no cheating because they left material desires. It's Akaitava Karma Misra Bhakti. And that Bhakti they are doing for what? For getting the opulence of the Vaikuntha. Then they go to Vaikuntha and get opulence like Lord, Sarishti Mukti or Samipya, Sarupya, like this. Okay. So
Okay, so
here the sadhaka, what desire he has, what sadhana he is following. Both we have to see. So here, Karma Mr. Bhakti is not going to stop. So Bhakti is Pradhana, na? And mainly Bhakti, so he did Bhakti, Yanti Devan Devavrata, Pitrun Yanti Pitrivata, Bhutani Bhutejja, Mameva Yanti. So we are worshipping Lord, they'll go to the Lord. That is the Siddhanta. They're doing
that's why
Pradhani Bhuta Bhakti.
we understand this thing. But when we say our Bhakti is Kevala, so we have a definition. What is their definition? So we say that Sakama should not be there and Kaivalya should not be there. Then how they define? There is also Jnana Karma Dhyana and there Krishna nu Silanam, there Vishnu nu Silanam, Narayana nu Silanam. So is it the
Something,
same?
their Bhakti is a Kainkaryam or something will be there, I don't know. So this is for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave this definition. So the Bhakti exploration done by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu actually he is the revolution. This Gnana Karma Anavrita Bhakti. This is given by our Acharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The Acharyas, we don't know what they give.
So shall we consider but they like Sri Sampradaya and other Sampradayas, they also preach Suddha Bhakti? Shall we consider but mix with Aishwarya? Shall we consider like that?
Karmarpanam also they take it as a part of Bhakti only, direct part of they don't think that karma is anavrita. It is avritam by the karma. I heard like that. Karmarpanam is also limb of dasya means karmarpanam, according to them. I heard like that. So that's why we can't expect Gnana Karma Jnanavritam in their definition. Because they are directly accepting Karmarpanam is dasya. Then their whole system. This diagram is for us only actually. Even Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami says there are many paths are possible. The way you define the words, the way we define the Sanskrit words in the slokas, it gives. So, but Vaikunthas are fixed, Rasas are fixed, book is also fixed. But same book is used to define the another rasas of the another planet, Vaikuntha planets. That is Acharya he does. We are very fortunate. We got the highest.
No, actually, why I'm asking, because now some devotees they try to connect themselves more to the Sri Sampradaya, and they also sometimes give lectures also based upon Ramanujarya and other things. So that time this confusion comes. They may be speaking about Kankaryam, all these things, but when we understand that their bhakti itself is a mixed bhakti, then how
Yes, yes.
we should not be doing that thing actually. We
And
should not
also
be
rasa wise,
preaching.
if you see, there is no manifestation of all five rasas and in a sweet way. Very, very, that means Vishnu, you cannot just jump on his shoulders and sit. But in Vaikunth, in Golok Vrindavan, devotees, they jump and sit on the shoulders of Krishna. And they so sweetly they play with him. So that's why material world is also is a reflection of the spiritual world, and in the material world also we get the clues actually to at least conceptually to understand the spiritual world. So here rasas, we want one with very close, deep closeness without any rules and regulations. We want so have such a friendship or such a love that is only possible with Krishna, not with Vishnu. So all rasas also you cannot see in Vishnu. Paraki rasa, can we examine? Can you see that? No Paraki rasa in Vishnu.
But Prabhuji, then why we use Kulasekhar Maharaj prayers, and this sometimes we use Yamunacharya prayers. So means Prabhupada also uses that, and we use Mukund Srot like this thing. So
Because their concepts are our concepts are equal. Where even we use Shankaracharya concepts also. That's example in the Sandarbhas. In some places, whatever definitions given by Shankaracharya is directly used by Jiva Goswami because it is in line with the our required thing. So that's why we are using. So
so they can also claim that our bhakti is also pure. Means they can
they
also
can
claim.
claim.
You see,
They can claim and their best they can claim. Let them claim, no problem. Because that is the Acharya they gave to them, they claim. But whatever our thing is our best, and also we say that they have very less knowledge. Jiva Goswami says that's they have some unknown things. That's why they are because Jivatma got the initially association of Sri Vaishnava, then he'll get taste and uh, he and so his faith on that form and that kind of bhajan only, whatever that sadhu is having. But we, fortunately, we got the so Gaudiya Vaishnava devotee, and we got full thing. So that's why this Krishna Prema in that also Radha Krishna Prema. Our Sambandha Tattva towards whom? Towards Krishna, no, towards the Radha Krishna actually. That's why in Krishna Sandarbha it is established. So our Sambandhi, मन किनसे संबंध रखना चाहते हैं हम लोग राधा कृष्ण से नहीं, केवल कृष्ण से नहीं। ऐसा लोगों के लिए वैसा ही उन लोगों का संबंध विष्णु से है। तो लेकिन वो तो विष्णु तो अंश है, कृष्ण तो पूर्ण है। हमारे पास भागवत प्रमाण है। भागवत में हम लोग कृष्णस्थ भगवान स्वयं देख चुके। तो और कृष्ण वही नहीं है, फिर इस संदर्भ में भी जाएंगे तो रस की उत्पत्ति तो कृष्ण की विग्रह से भक्तों में सभी प्रकार की रस उत्पन्न होता है, लेकिन विष्णु से भक्तों में दुनिया में जितना रस है सब होता है क्या? सभी जो मुख्य रस 5 और गौण रस 7, 12 होगा? नहीं होगा। उससे भी आपको कंप्लीटनेस का कौन कंप्लीट है कौन अभी भी पार्शल है आपको उससे समझ में आता है।
So one question may I ask?
Yes, प्रभु।
So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he likes to read Prahlad and Dhruva Maharaj's story again and again, 100 times I hear. What message was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu giving? Both are Vishnu Bhakti. What is he trying to say? How should we take that?
There only they are meditating on the feature of protection actually. How Lord comes to his devotees, how he compassionate towards his devotees. That they meditate, that is there, and they see ultimately Krishna is the origin of everything. But now that Krishna is reservoir of all the rasas and all the qualities. But exclusively that is manifesting here. How Lord is so much having feeling for his devotee. That they relish actually. But they are not deviating from their Ishta form. That's why in Nrsimha also they see Krishna.
Okay, Prabhu.
And we also discuss Lord Nrsimhadev's Leelas because we emphasizing the protection of the how he protects his devotees. So ultimately we connect with the Krishna only finally. Yeah. This vast Prabhu, his time is over
Yes, Prabhu.
because
Tomorrow
10
we can
minutes I gave and 10 minutes over also 6:10, 6:20 हो गए. तो क्या करना है तो रोक दे 6
कल
का
थोड़ा
साथ
स्पीड स्पीड बढ़ा लेंगे प्रभु कल.
कल है ना. कल थोड़ा सा आधा घंटा एक्स्ट्रा मिल सकता है क्या 3.5 hours like that. Is it possible? कल एकादशी है. अच्छा.
Okay.
We'll see, and I'll try to finish next chapter also. So if any is a little bit is pending, because next module also mine only, na? Next unit. Can I do
Yes,
at that
Prabhu.
time? But questions unit you should. Maybe you can take questions for 2 chapters. Even if it is not finished, then I will continue that in month of November. Okay. Is it okay? But I will try to finish next chapter also.
Yes, Prabhu. Tomorrow, then we can see tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, Prabhu. We'll stop here. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Itai Gaur Premanand.
Hare Krishna. So tomorrow we are having class on the same time. Because we see today also devotees are coming less. We shifted the time, but as the evening approaches, the interest also goes here and there.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
As our time is fixed, so we'll keep the same timing. Devotees can chant in the daytime later.
Yes, yes.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.